Hello, everyone. Welcome. I've got Lilly here.
Hi. You
We're gonna
can't see me
be.
wave. I don't know why I'm waving.
They can't see me wave either.
Just
I'm waving right
picture me.
now. I don't
Oh,
have my hand
wonderful.
tracking.
Just picture us waving.
We're watching Plan 9 from Outer Space. We're still celebrating my birthday because I get to have the whole week. Thank you very much, Lee.
Yes,
Hope you're all
I
having a
agree.
nice time. What the fuck?
You truly are a
Ah,
stubborn one, aren't you?
you subbed. Lily, you subbed while we were live. That's crazy.
Crazy?
Also,
I was crazy once.
it made like a thing start at the top, and I was like, is it starting like a hype train with just one sub? That's like really pathetic. I don't think it
It,
was though.
wow. My sub is pathetic to you. I can't believe
It's just
this.
like the
Chat.
I don't understand the qualifications for a hype train. That's all I'm saying. Um, well, thank you, Lily.
Of course. Thank you for having me here.
Of course. We're gonna watch Plan 9 from Outer Space by the infamous director Ed Wood, closeted trans woman, or potentially just gender nonconforming person, but also probably definitely a trans woman. It's about how enthusiastic people who are subbing are. That's true, actually. I think that's true.
I am the most enthusiastic sub.
That
Wait.
that's true. I was actually I was looking up some information about this movie before stream just to get more just to figure out which version of the movie is public domain, because the thing about public domain movies that a lot of people don't understand is that not every cut of a public domain movie is in the public domain. You can recut movies and make your own cut and then copyright that cut of it, right? Or other ways of doing so,
Okay.
which is really stupid. But because of that, you have to be careful which one you get. This one I got directly from Wikipedia themselves. So the thing about Wikipedia is that public domain movies sometimes they'll just host them on their website, and if that's happening, you know it's public domain. So I got this straight from Wikipedia themselves. But in so doing, I was looking at the just like the little trivia information in the Wikipedia article, and apparently at some point when they released this movie, like one of the releases of this movie, the people who released this movie also included a home video of Ed Wood dressing in drag and then doing a striptease. And like, dog, if that isn't the most transmisogynistic violence I have ever heard on a historic person like
Christ.
that, that's
What
insane.
the fuck?
What the
What?
fuck? You can't do that, dog.
That is so messed up. What the hell?
We live in a
Nah.
fucking society.
Oh my! I am Jokerifying as we speak. What the fuck?
So, so this movie is commonly known as one of the worst films ever made. I genuinely don't think it's actually that bad, if I'm being honest. It's bad, don't get me wrong. But I think some of the things that are bad about it are not necessarily Ed Wood's fault. For instance, Bela Lugosi, one of the stars of the movie, died partway through making the movie.
That's definitely his.
That's like you can't control for that.
Jamie Vance her.
A rundown on who Ed Wood is. Ed Wood was a very famous or infamous director for making cheap exploitation film schlock. Generally very campy. A trans woman or gender nonconforming gay man. Historically, it's hard to tell which way Ed falls, but I lean more towards trans woman, considering that one of Ed's other famous films is literally a movie about a trans person who doesn't know whether they're a man or a woman. Like someone questioning their gender identity.
Hmm. Could mean anything.
And then Tim Burton made a movie where He cruelly made fun of Ed Wood.
Everyone, put your
Hi,
hands
Kara.
together. And
Welcome,
I'll mark this
Raiders.
with a
You came
special
just in
sign.
time. We
Oh my
haven't started the
God,
movie
welcome
yet.
Raiders.
We haven't started the movie yet. Glenn or Glenda is the name of the movie, by the way. So it's like literally in the title that it's a discussion of gender. Hi, Kara. Hope you had a good stream. Yes, perfect timing. I was just talking about how people hating on Ed Wood, while yes, Ed Wood is not a great director, are also like participating in transmisogyny. So fun things.
Look, people can have a little transmisogyny as a trait. I'm
Of
kidding.
course.
This is a joke. I am a trans. I get to make this. I just need to be very clear.
Yeah, can't you tell by the silhouette? All right, have a nice day, Kara. Thank you for the raid.
Rest well.
All right. Yeah, that was insane to me. Just the fact that like we could always tell. Smile. Incredible. But yeah, it was just like insane to me
Wow.
seeing that they on the fucking DVD release for Plan 9 from Outer Space, just a sci-fi movie. They included a fucking home movie of Ed Wood doing a striptease that I'm sure was never meant to be publicly released, right? Because it says home movie in the Wikipedia article. Crazy to
That
me.
is something else.
And with all that context, let's watch a movie.
Yeah. It's normal things to get into before a movie.
Okay. Movie! Hi, Ferret Lord.
Greetings, my friend. We are all interested in the future, for that is where you and I are going to spend the rest of our lives. And remember, my friend, future events such as these will affect you in the future.
Incredible
You
line.
are
Wow.
interested in
Iconic.
the unknown, the mysterious,
But see what I mean?
the
This is like
unexplainable.
intentionally camp,
That is
right?
why
There's
you
no
are
way this is
here.
not
Yeah.
And now,
intentional.
for the first time,
Yeah.
we are bringing to you the full story of what
I
happened.
think people just don't
on
understand
that
gay
fateful
culture.
day. We are giving you all the evidence based only on the
Even gay
secret
people don't
testimony
understand gay
of the
culture.
visible souls
That's true.
who survived this terrifying ordeal. The incidents, the places. My friend, we cannot keep this a secret any longer. Let us punish the guilty. Let us
I'm not your
reward the
friend.
innocent. My
Who
friend,
are you?
can your heart
If he insists
stand
long
the
enough and
shocking
hard
facts
enough, it'll become
about
true.
grave robbers
True.
from outer space?
Ah!
Ah, Jesus Christ.
Tor Johnson. We love Tor. Vampira.
I'm keen. I'm keen on this movie.
Yeah. It's a fun time.
Dudley Manlove? Yeah, okay, there's nothing straight about this movie.
And Bela Lugosi is a base leftist pilled Chad Maxig guy.
Hell yeah.
He does die again partway through the production of this film, and also even when he was in the film, he was really struggling with a heroin addiction at the time. But and there he is,
We gotta
Edward D. Wood Jr.
Play the hand. We're dealt.
Who calls their kid Dudley? It was the style at the time.
Ah, Jesus Christ.
It's really bright in this theater with this lightning strikes.
Yeah.
All of us on this earth know that there is a time to live and that there is a time to die. Yet death is always a shock to those left behind. It is even more of a shock when death, the proud brother, comes suddenly without warning. Just at sundown, a small group gathered in silent prayer around the newly opened grave of the beloved wife of an elderly man. Sundown of the day, yet also the sundown of the old man's heart. For the shadows of grief clouded his very reason.
Truly, it
This
is
is
truly.
peak writing. This is me when I repeat the same idea 5 times so the audience really understands that it is sundown.
Left the graveside.
This is me taking Bela Lugosi away from his heroin.
Shut up.
I do love these, like, gravediggers just waiting just a little ways away.
Yeah.
Can you hurry up?
Time to get to work.
It was when the
Stop
grave
mourning.
diggers
I need to
started
get
their
this
task
done before
that
sundown.
strange thing
You got a job to do,
began
yeah.
take place.
Your American accent is so funny.
15 to 4.
Thank you.
Yep, right on schedule.
You're so
They're in the old
good
San
at it.
Fernando Valley out there now.
Thank
Better
you.
radio in for landing instructions, Danny.
Right, Jeff. Burbank Tower, this is American Flight 812. Over. Wouldn't surprise me any if he's asleep this time of the morning.
It used to be so easy to hijack planes. Look at that.
Yeah, this is zero security. What the fuck?
Might as well be a beaded curtain.
You got me that time, Mac. This American Flight 812 requesting...
Oh my god, it is
They are real pilots in a real plane, that's true.
real.
Burbank Tower to American Flight 812. Over. Burbank Tower to American Flight 812. Over.
Holy mackerel.
Burbank Tower to American Flight 812. Are you in trouble?
Trouble?
Take a look for yourself.
Oh, I like the way those UFOs look.
That's nothing from this world.
Yeah,
Burbank Tower to
like the practical effects aren't bad.
Are you in trouble?
The acting,
Mayday,
however.
Mayday. Stand by
Yeah.
Burbank Tower.
Suppose a passenger saw it?
And these are the actors that Ed Wood could afford.
Good. We'll get it ready for landing. And keep it quiet until we get instructions.
Right.
Okay, Danny.
American Flight 812, reporting to Burbank Tower. Over.
There they go.
And see, a lot of people like watch the more recent colorized edition of this movie, and with the colorized edition, it makes the strings on these
Yeah.
flying saucers really more obvious. But when you're watching
Yeah, I
it
can
like
imagine.
this, you can't see it shit.
It looks fine, yeah. Again, the practical effects so far, perfectly fine.
Did you hear anything?
For the time period, at least.
Don't like hearing noises, especially when ain't supposed to be any. Yeah, sort of spooky like. Maybe we're getting old. Whatever it is gone now. That's the best thing for us too. Gone. Yeah, let's go.
I agree.
All of those lines lingered just barely too long.
Yeah, I think that's like an issue with the editing here. Is like we're not cutting
Yeah.
quite fast enough for this dialogue.
What?
Okay, well,
Still would. Still would. I have standards.
Of his wife's death
She just
became
fits.
greater and greater agony.
you know, one
The
thing you
home
can
that
never
had so
say
long
about
shared together
Bela Lugosi is that
became a tomb.
he dresses poorly.
A sweet
Because
memory
look at that fit;
of
it's
her
so good.
joyous living.
He
The
is,
sky to which
for
she
lack
had
of better
once
word,
looked
ripped
was now
out.
only a covering for her dead body. The ever beautiful flowers she had planted with her own hands became nothing more than the lost roses of her cheeks.
I feel like if you just cut out the narration, this scene would actually be really nice.
Yeah. This would be a really impactful scene.
The old man left that home, never to return again.
You think he got run over?
By a reindeer, yeah.
At the funeral of the old man, unknown to his mourners, his dead wife was watching.
First his wife, then he.
Tragic.
Tell me something. Why was his wife buried in the ground and he sealed in a crypt?
Something to do with family tradition, a superstition of some sort.
Oh.
Well, it's getting dark. Let's be
Oh.
moving.
Family tradition, misogyny.
Then as two of his mourners left his final resting place,
Elliot Ness and his Untouchables arrive at the scene.
Most efficient cops. I don't know.
Vroom. Now, one
minutes
thing
later, the
Edward
police,
doesn't
led
get
by
is that
Inspector
we
Daniel
didn't need to see all
Clay,
that.
arrived at the scene.
Who found it?
The man and girl
Medical examiner been around yet?
just left. The morgue wagon ought to be along most any time.
That's a crazy accent on that police detective. It's almost like he's from Sweden.
Good. They're pretty scared.
It's ja by anomaly from Sweden.
Have one on the boys.
Frenzy opening Counter-Strike boxes, come on.
Take charge.
Okay, Inspector. What are you going to do?
Look around a little.
It's pretty dark out there. Once you get beyond the range of those lights, you won't be able to see your hand in front of your face.
I will get one of the flashlight from the patrol car.
Okay, be careful, Clay.
I'm a big boy now, Johnny.
You could tell. You could tell he's Swedish because he's not using he's not using the or a lot. He's like dropping them quite frequently. The Swedish language has like a thing where they kind of have a the, but it's more of a suffix to the end of a word.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the Danish language has a thing where nobody speaks it, not even Danish people.
That's like the classic thing though these days. Is like English tourist goes to place, tries to speak local language, immediately gets a person speaking English at them.
Yep.
All your funny little European languages are going to die out soon. What's going on?
Great replacement theory too, but it's just
it's English. That's
It looks like a bobcat tore into them.
Yeah. Say, Lieutenant, did you get that funny odor?
How could I miss it?
Someone farted.
Oh, that'll be the morgue wagon now.
Sorry.
That's the fifth siren in the last hour.
Something's happened down at the cemetery. A lot of police cars and lights. I stopped, but I didn't see anything. Oh, well, whatever it is, the morning people carry the whole story.
Honey, you seem so lethargic. What's going on?
You seem
Did
to still
he
be up
get the
there.
fucking lobotomy in this household?
Maybe I am.
Based matriarchal household.
I guess it's because I've never been in this mood before.
Honey, did you forget to put cocaine in your coffee this morning?
Yeah.
What happened, Jeff?
I saw a flying saucer.
Saucer? You mean the kind from up there?
Yeah, its counterpart. It was shaped like a huge cigar. Dan and Edith saw it too. And when it passed over, the whole compartment lighted up with a blinding glare. Then there was a tremendous wind that practically knocked us off our course.
Well, did you report it?
Yeah, I radioed in immediately, and they said, we'll keep it quiet until you land. And as soon as we landed, big army brass grabbed us and made us swear to secrecy about the whole thing. Oh, it burns me up. These things have been seen for years. They hear, it's a fact. And the public ought to know about it.
There must be something more you can do about it.
Only there isn't. Oh, but what's the use of making a fuss? But last night I saw a flying object that couldn't have possibly been from this planet. But I can't say a word. I'm muzzled by army brass. I can't even admit I
Hot.
saw the thing.
He's a warhound.
Yeah, I'm saving it for after the movie. Yeah, point your flashlight at it. That'll help.
You know, I've been watching a lot of sci-fi movies from this era, American sci-fi movies, for my podcast, The Kaiju in the Details, which you can find at my YouTube channel,
Yeah.
Ian. And I gotta
Everybody
say,
subscribe.
unlike those movies, this one actually knows how to use silence.
Sometimes. Other times the narrator will not shut up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's like, in case you're watching this movie with your eyes closed, I will tell you everything on screen right now.
Hey, by the way, did you know that Bela Lugosi played Dracula one time? Because the movie's going to remind you a couple of times. But actually, that's not the reason why. That's not Bela Lugosi. that's a guy pretending to be Bela Lugosi and covering his face so you can't tell the difference. See? That's clearly not him.
Oh my god, lady! Where are your organs?
Uncinch that a couple of inches.
Sounds like crazy trouble.
Same guy, by the way.
If that apparition we saw had something to do with it, come on.
Apparition. Me when I see a UFO. What's up with that ghost?
Is that a ghoul in the sky?
Is he dead?
He was about to shoot himself!
He's messed up as bad as those two back there.
It's like, god dang.
Oh,
That
damn it.
monster or whatever it was had something to do with this? Your guess is as good as mine, Larry. One thing's sure. Mr. Clay's dead. Murdered. And somebody's responsible. You're in charge now, Lieutenant. Yeah.
You're the man now,
Not
dog.
for long if he keeps doing this.
Get back up
Pow!
down the radio. Tell the coroner
Pow!
to make another trip out here. Well, how about the lab boys? Who do you think we left back up
His
the car?
finger's
Boy
on the
Scouts?
trigger too!
Pow!
You could never get away with that nowadays.
Greater love hath no man.
People are always on the lookout for finger trigger discipline.
Yeah.
It is always difficult to have last words over the grave of a friend. And Inspector Daniel Clay was a friend, a dear friend to me.
I like to watch.
The bell has rung.
Wow, you won't even let me behold.
Now we lay him to rest.
Those eyebrows, though, girl. You got it.
But so
This is an early goth. The 1959
She
goth.
She looks like she's part of the Addams family.
Literally, it's like an Addams family. It's where Elvira got her inspiration from. Like
Exactly.
Were startled when they saw 3 flying
Wow.
saucers high over Hollywood.
Oh my god.
Okay, these screening effects are not working so well.
Fight in the sky, telephones
Yeah.
the police.
Exactly, Ferret Lord. Agreed, 100%.
Yeah, I'm having a fantastic time. I can't say the same about like a lot of movies I've watched. But you see, like,
drunk. He's supposed to
Is
be.
he okay?
It's a drunk homeless
Oh.
guy. That's the idea.
Being homeless is funny. Substance
Edwin-
abuse is humor.
Edwin is problematic. I'm gonna cancel him on Twitter.
Even believe his own eyes.
Writing a twit longer as we speak.
I'm gonna send a massive wave of trans-misogynistic violence his way. I think that would really help the situation.
Based. What are you, a based liberal?
Yeah, I'm Will Stancil. I'm gonna.
Like,
Rockets were quickly set up. Colonel Tom Edwards in charge of saucer field activities.
They're definitely in the same spot. Those soldiers and that guy.
Uh-huh.
They're 100% in the same place.
he's not standing in front of a dirty background.
Signal to fire.
You can see the shadow. You could just barely see the shadow of the binoculars. Awesome.
Where are those shots going?
Oh, you know. There.
Somewhere, for sure.
Oh, I love when
Those are definitely all shots explicitly filmed for this movie and not stock footage.
Yeah. I love when rockets are so powerful it makes the truck they're on go backwards. Also, a completely different truck there, by the way. That's like a Katyusha.
I mean, based.
Really, I love Katyushas. They're so cool.
Same.
Katyushas are just little rocket launchers you put in the back of a Ford truck you got from the Lend-Lease program.
I should get a Ford truck.
Whee!
They're just like, we've been watching long enough.
I think this scene has gone on long enough. Halt fire.
And the speeding jet fighters.
What a cut.
Quite a sight, wasn't it, sir?
A sight I'd rather not be seeing.
Are you worried about them, sir?
Well, they must have a reason for their visits.
Visits? Well, that would indicate visitors. Well, the big gun's the usual way of welcoming visitors.
We haven't always fired at them.
Oh?
For a time, we tried to contact them by radio, but no response. Then they attacked a town. A small town, I'll admit, but nevertheless a town of people. People who died.
I never heard about that, sir.
Well, it was covered up by the higher echelon. Take any fire, any earthquake, any major disaster, then wonder. Flying saucers, Captain, are still a rumor. Officially.
Hell yeah, brother.
Up again, sir. What do they want? Where are they from? Where are they going?
Where did they come
They,
from?
sir?
Where do they go?
Well, this
Where
is
did
a
it come
training
from?
maneuver,
Cut
sir.
Nitro.
We only did a little practice firing at the clouds.
Yeah. I wonder what their next move will be.
He's so stoic and cool. It's the Demon Corps.
What will their next move be?
Let's find out.
Your space commander has returned from Earth.
Their greeting is just, I need a hug.
Please hug me.
You have your report?
We had to pull in here to Space Station 7 for regeneration. We're returning to the planet Earth immediately thereafter.
What progress has been made?
We contacted government officials. They refuse our existence.
What plan will you follow now?
Plan 9. It's been
outer
absolutely
space.
impossible to work through these Earth creatures.
Whoa.
Their soul
Roll
is
credits.
controlled.
Where's my Cinema Sins
Plan
concert?
9.
Ding.
Ah, yes. Plan 9 deals with the resurrection of the dead. Long-distance electrode shot into the pineal pituitary glands of recent dead. Have you attempted any of this plan as yet?
Yes, Excellency.
How successful has it been?
He really just.
We have risen
Why
to
is
so
he
far.
wearing a medieval
We're
fucking.
just as successful on more.
Like, why is he wearing an armor vest?
With a fucking sigil on it, too.
However, none of those risen have been seen. At least not by anyone who still remains alive.
It's too bad it must be handled this way. But it must. Those who we take from the grave will lead the way for our other operations.
Yes, Excellency.
Continue on. Report to me
Excellency.
in 2 days.
Continue on. I'm bored by this conversation.
Yes.
Well, had he been dealing with our own people, his reaction would have been completely different. He understands the difficulties of the Earth race.
What do you think will be the next obstacle the Earth people will put in our way?
Well, as long as they can think, we'll have our problems. But those whom we're using cannot think. They are the dead, brought to a simulated life by our electrode guns. You know, it's an interesting thing when you consider the Earth people who can think are so frightened by those who cannot, the dead. Well, our ship should be regenerated. We better get started.
I just wanted you to think on that one.
Took like 5 more seconds for our ship to finish charging, so I had to say something. I do love the author's insistence on like giving audible exposition to everything that's happening. You're not allowed to infer anything here. We will tell you exactly what you're supposed to think about this scene. Tell, don't show, as I always say.
We're resurrecting the dead, which is bad, and I think it's going to happen because the humans are also bad when you think about it. Anyways, I finished recharging my things. Let's go now.
In case you forgot, we are resurrecting the dead. So by resurrecting the dead will come back to life.
Thanks to the power of my electrode ray gun.
Can I just say it? That bag?
Mm-hmm. Kind of cozy.
This is our home.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to say that on Twitch? I don't even know.
I don't. The thing I wanted to say, we definitely aren't.
That's all the point there's going to be. Now towel off and fly your flying machine.
She wears the pants in the relationship.
But if you see any more flying
I mean, I guess they both are,
you
but
tell
like
them to pick another house to buzz.
pants on a woman in 1959.
Don't worry.
Crazy.
This movie is very progressive.
Oh, you're the only thing I do wear.
He is a lobotomite. She's wearing pants.
They're up there.
The director's a trans woman, doesn't know it,
But there's something in
or
that
kind of
saucer,
knows it.
and that's too close for comfort.
The saucers are up there, and the cemetery's out there. But I'll be locked up in there.
In the cemetery?
Off to your wife.
Yeah, you can't just say there again. That doesn't make sense.
Promise. Besides, I'll be in bed before half an hour is gone, with your pillow beside me.
My pillow?
Well, I have to have something to keep me company while you're away. Sometimes in the night when it does get a little lonely, I reach over and touch it. Then it doesn't seem so lonely anymore.
Aww.
Crazy kid.
That's kind of cute.
But what you don't know is that it's actually a body pillow of him.
And it is a bit sticky in places.
Hell yeah.
That was definitely a real kiss, and they didn't just press their faces against each other.
See you Thursday.
Goodbye, honey.
But he rocks that bag.
You know I'm not leaving you here until you're locked safely inside.
All right, darling.
Lock it.
No. That car is definitely in a real place and not in a room.
The side door.
And be sure you keep the yard lights on.
Whee!
I don't want that energy bill any lower than $2,000.
Got me a Chrysler. It's about 20. So come along and bring
You're
your
mighty silent
jukebox
since
money.
You haven't spoken 10 words since takeoff.
I guess I'm preoccupied, Danny.
We've got 33 passengers back there that have time to be preoccupied. Flying this flybird doesn't give you that opportunity.
I guess you're
Well,
right.
fuck you too.
Paula,
He seems so busy flying it.
there's nothing wrong between you two.
Oh, no, nothing like that. Just that I'm worried she being there alone and those strange things flying over the house and those incidents in the graveyard these past few days just got me worried.
Well, maybe they haven't figured out those crazy skybirds yet, but I give you 50 to 1 odds the police have cleared up that cemetery thing by now.
I hope so.
If you're really that worried, Jeff, why don't you radio in and find out? Mac should be on duty at the field by now. He could call Paul and relay the message to you.
Hi, Edie.
Hi, Silence. I haven't heard a word
Hi.
I've just been giving himself and me a study in silence.
You boys aren't feuding.
No, Edie, nothing like that.
Hey, Edie, how about you and me balling it up in Albuquerque?
Albuquerque, have you read that flight schedule, boy?
What about it?
We land in Albuquerque at 4 a.m. That's strictly a 9 o'clock town.
Well, I know a friend that'll help us.
Let's have the problem first. Huh, Danny?
Oh, he's worried about Paula.
I read about that cemetery business. I tried to get you kids not to buy too near one of those things. We get there soon enough as it is.
He thought it'd be quiet and peaceful there.
No doubt about that. It's quiet, all right, like a tomb. I'm sorry, Jeff, that was a day of joy.
I get it.
Say, I almost forgot what I came in here for. How's the coffee situation?
That's for me.
It sure wouldn't hurt a thing, Edie.
Okay, be right back. And say, Jeff, make that call to Mac.
Nah, not only she throw cold water on my Albuquerque plan, but now she's repeating herself. How about that Albuquerque ball?
I can't resist your charm, Danny boy.
What charm?
Charm of a fucking brick wall.
Residents near the cemetery paid little attention to the blast of thunder and the flash of lightning. But from the blast arose the moving figure of the dead old man.
One of the few scenes they
You know,
have
if you had
of
given the
Bela
character
Lugosi
a name.
actually being in the movie.
With a director like that, I'm surprised they're not making Dragula.
Slam in the back of my Dragula. Anyways.
Oh, Mac? Well, hi, Mac. Sure, I'm all right.
Feet for free? I did.
Tell Jeff I'm all right.
See, now you have my attention.
Okay, Mac.
Oh no, zoom out a little bit.
Good night.
Come on, back it up just a little bit.
She covered them in between takes.
Ah, come on, woman.
Me when I'm definitely Bela Lugosi. I noticed you didn't lock your house. I came here to make sure you did. Go and lock it now.
But vampires can't enter without given permission. How would he come in? What did she fall on?
Oh, you know, dirt.
God damn. Oh, she's a doll. She got dirt in her joints.
I hope you like seeing this scene, by the way. 'Cause that's the second time we've seen it. It's not the last.
Is that a tiny grave? So it's a grave pebble. Girl, your organ. Please.
Boom, 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 boom. Totally different tombstone.
That is not the same place.
And now, Tor Johnson, instead of becoming a police chief, is now back to his typecasted role of being a giant brute monster.
You know what? Respectable. His tie, still too short. But you can't be that big and have a tie this short. It makes you look silly. At least, yeah, tuck it in. That helps.
I mean, I think there's no way to avoid looking silly when you're making, like, a bass mouth shape like that.
True, but at least you could be well dressed.
Very true, very true.
I gotta get the menswear guy on them.
Tie workwear.
Yeah. Can't wait for this movie to be part of the next Twitter phrase.
Mrs. Trent, what's wrong?
Go, cowboy, go!
Now listen here, y'all darn city folks don't get this.
I wouldn't wear a hat like that in an open top. It's a good way to lose your hat.
It's okay. He's the hat man.
Me when I'm definitely Bela Lugosi.
And off he goes.
There's a decent portion of this movie that is just wandering around in some weeds.
They really tried to get that 1 hour and 20 mark. Why is he making that face? None of the others.
No, I don't know.
He's so committed to the role.
It looks scarier that way.
True. He looks a bit like Rudy Giuliani when his hair was melting.
I think he could also, like, pick up 3 Rudy Giuliani at the same time. I told you, you better like this scene.
That's a great scene. Good shot.
It's one of the few scenes that has Bela Lugosi in it, so we're going to use it over and over again.
At least use a couple different takes.
Nope.
No,
not allowed.
Sorry. No can do.
Remember when Bela Lugosi played Dracula? True.
I don't. You think we can get a flashback to that?
No, that's weird. Where's Bela Lugosi in that scene? Shouldn't he be in that scene? Oh wait.
You can open it now, Tanner.
Oops.
Ah yes, sliding doors. The future is now, old man.
She's also got those 1950s jeggings on. Look at that.
Oh my
Turn off the
god.
electrodes quickly. They can't tell us from anyone else.
I still fuck hard with her look. Sorry guys, I'm late.
I have to keep my arm like this, and it makes it harder to walk.
I can't see shit.
I don't know what you're looking for.
I don't think the lieutenant does either.
Then what are we doing out here? I was off duty an hour ago.
Ah, don't ask me any questions. I'm just a hard hand just like you.
We are both cops.
What do you suppose that noise was?
Whatever it was, it's no more strange than the other things happening around this cemetery.
Better not investigate it.
Farmer Calder talked about.
Well, maybe. The only spirits he saw tonight were those I smelled on his breath.
Well, don't forget, Miss Trent claims to have seen them, too. She didn't have anything on her breath.
She was hysterical.
Well, true, she was frightened and in a state of shock.
Me when woman.
Don't forget that poor nightgown.
Woman moment.
Yeah, I
Girls
hadn't thought
moment.
of that.
Oh my
Guess
god.
that's why you're a detective.
Hi,
lieutenant,
girly.
and I'm still a uniformed cop.
Sometimes it's only the brakes, Larry. Meantime, let's get going.
Lieutenant, did you hear that?
How could we help it?
It sure was strange.
Know what it was?
No more than you do.
It
When
sure was
orders, I
strange.
Get out of here right now.
It was a saucer.
A flying saucer?
Makes you say that.
Do you remember the noise we heard the other night?
We were knocked to the ground. How could I forget?
Exactly. But you're not remembering that sound.
There you're wrong, Lieutenant. I'm with the fact the sound is similar, but what about the blinding light?
Oh, haven't you heard? Been many times a saucer hasn't had a glow. Or a light of any kind, for that matter.
That proves it. What next, Lieutenant?
Oh, Lieutenant, maybe this doesn't mean much, but Jamie and me found a grave that looks like it's been busted into.
What? Where?
Why, what?
Come on, man, out with it. We haven't got all day to waste.
Oh, just over there beyond the crib.
All right, show us the way.
Look, here.
I'm a paid actor, by the way.
It's been broken into, all right.
Strange. If someone had broken in, the dirt should be piled up here somewhere. It looks like it's fallen into the grave.
Larry, you'll be out of uniform
Fallen
before
in?
you know it.
Do we have the right to look down there, Lieutenant?
Technically, no.
No?
Well, this spot looks familiar, though. We shouldn't investigate any further without the permission of next of kin.
Let's go get it.
How? I see what you mean. The gravestone's down there.
Well, let's go down and find out whose grave it is.
How?
By going down and finding out.
Are you sure you mean that, Lieutenant?
If I didn't mean it, I wouldn't have said it.
Scared?
Well, why do I always get hooked up with these spook details? Monsters, graves, bodies. Oh, all right.
This is the guy who has to help the Scooby-Doo gang arrest all the people.
Real. This really feels like a scene from a Scooby-Doo movie.
Casket's here, but nobody's in it.
If he had the budget, he would have gotten Don Knotts for the role.
It's too dark. Give me a flashlight.
How about a match?
We sure could try it. Let me have them.
Okay.
It's Inspector Clay's grave, but he ain't in it.
Plane.
But meanwhile, at the Pentagon in Washington, D.C.
Oh god, that plane's heading for the Pentagon.
God. No!
Right, G2.
They hit the North Tower.
Come in. Yes, of course. I'll keep in touch. Come in, Colonel Edwards. Close the door.
He's already in.
At ease, Colonel. Thank you, sir. Sit down. I understand, Colonel, you've been on tap for many of our saucer attacks.
I'm in charge of field operations, sir.
You believe there are such things as flying saucers, Colonel?
Yes, sir.
You've seen them?
Yes, sir.
You realize there's a government directive stating that there is no such thing as a flying saucer.
Yes,
So
sir.
true.
You stand by your statement that you've seen flying saucers?
Well, yes, sir.
This could mean a court-martial, admitting this against direct orders.
General Roberts, may I speak freely?
You may.
How could I hope to hold down my command if I didn't believe in what I saw and shot at?
I like you, Colonel.
Thank you, sir.
There are.
That's why I have to kill you. It's toxic, Yuri.
There's no doubt they are in our skies. They've been there
They're
for
both
some
trans? Fuck.
Who's going to do about them?
time. Who knows?
Then, they really are there.
I thought you were convinced of that.
I am.
We've had contact with them.
Contact? How?
Radio.
They speak our language?
Well, not quite. We've received messages from their spaceships. For a while, it came in as just a lot of jumbled noise.
And now, sir?
Well, since they first tried contact with us by radio, we've developed a language computer. A machine that breaks down any language to our own.
Oh, yeah?
General, what's this all got to do with me?
Well, you've been in charge of saucer field activity for a long while. I think it's about time you heard these.
We love making flying saucers.
You mind?
Mind? I'm anxious.
This is Eros, a space soldier from a planet of your galaxy.
Space soldier.
I fully realize our language differences. However, I also know you finally have perfected the dictal robotary, or as you on Earth call it, the language computer. So you can now understand that which I speak. Since the beginning of your time, we have been far beyond your planet. It has taken you centuries to even grasp what we developed eons of your years ago. Do you still believe it impossible we exist? You didn't actually think you were the only inhabited planet in the universe. How can any race be so stupid? Permit me to set your mind at ease. We do not want to
fucking roasted, holy shit.
Only save it. We could have destroyed it long ago if that had been our aim. Our principal purpose is friendly. I admit we have had to take certain means which you might refer to as criminal. But that is because of your big guns which have destroyed some of our representatives. If you persist in denying us our landings, then we must only accept that you do not want us on friendly terms. We then have no alternative but to destroy you before you destroy us. With your ancient, juvenile minds, you have developed explosives too fast for your minds to conceive what you are doing. You are on the verge of destroying the entire universe. We are a part of that universe. This is our last...
That's the end of that one. Atmospheric conditions in outer space often interfere with transmitting.
How many of these recordings do you have, General?
An even dozen up to now. This was the last one. We received it over a month ago.
You think they mean business?
We can't afford to take any chances. Come over here.
I wonder if there may be some anti-nuclear political messaging in this.
Perhaps. Maybe.
Going to be there in the morning. Just a few minutes from Hollywood, in the town of San Fernando, reports have come in of saucers flying so low the exhaust knocked people to the ground. There have even been stated claims of saucer landings. Major Carlson will replace you while you're out there. You're the best man for the job of attempting to contact them. Find them, Colonel. See what in hell it is they want.
All right, sir.
These are confidential reports, Colonel. Read them over carefully on the plane. Turn them over to intelligence when you get to Los Angeles. They'll have further orders for disposition.
Yes, sir.
Colonel Edwards?
Yes, sir.
Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
And that is a perfect place to pause for an ad break.
Woo!
We'll be right back, everyone, in just a second.
Enjoy the ads.
Imagine yourself on a dream vacation, sipping Mai Tais, basking in the warm Hawaiian sun, swimming in the tropical ocean, surfing at Waikiki. Your vacation is about to end. Something is coming up from the depths. A monster that rips and tears, hungry for flesh. A ravenous creature human eyes have never seen before. And it's coming up from the depths. Rated R under 17, not admitted without parents.
And we're back. Bow.
Wow.
Movie, continue. Movie, go.
Once again, why is he wearing a medieval tabard?
Because that's what Edward could find.
We are ready to report, Excellency.
You are many days late.
It was unavoidable.
I think he made costumes for everyone else.
Transmit via televisor, but atmospheric
He's like,
conditions
shit, we're out of costumes. Fuck it. We found this in the wardrobe.
I thought time was of the essence. Suspicion has fallen upon our movements. Our ships have been viewed near the point of operations.
And what has this added time gained, Euros?
We have successfully risen 3 of the dead ones.
Permit me to see one.
Bring in the big one.
We've successfully risen 3. We've done so good. Only 3.
I have taken 2 ships from your command.
But that will leave only my ship.
It is necessary that you continue your mission alone. I have need of your other ships elsewhere.
I have need.
Even though you have risen 3 of the Earth's dead, the plan is far from successful. And you, Eros, must prove it an operational success before more time, energy, ships, and your countrymen may be spent on it.
We will not fail.
I'll make you quiver with anticipation.
Not everything. You do not have the lives of Earth people. You reported that your ship was viewed at the scene of your present operations.
That is correct.
They have been viewed many times, but not at the scene of operations. Something must be done about that.
Stop him, Turner. He's close enough. Turn off your electrode gun. No!
God dang, the gun jammed.
Drop the gun to the floor, Tanner. The metal will break contact.
Oopsie.
That was too close.
Yes.
The eye roll.
Giant here that I may get a better look at him. Yes, he's a fine specimen. Are they all as powerful on planet Earth?
This one is an
That was
What are the other 2 like?
so homoerotic the way he said
An
that.
old man.
Are they all so strapping?
Man, you say?
Yes, Excellency.
A fine specimen you brought me.
This gives me a plan. Put the big one away.
Pick up your electrode gun. Make sure it's in working order before pointing it at him.
Whatever made it jam seems to have been cleared by the fall.
Take him back to the ship.
Convenient. The damn curtains. God, get out of the way.
The old one must be sacrificed. Re-land on Earth. Send the old one to enter a dwelling. Then cut the electrokinetic and turn on your ship's decomposure ray. The result will astound those watching. Astound them enough to delay their intention until you have gained your other recruits from the cemetery.
Yes, Excellency. It'll be done.
Report to me when this has been accomplished.
Why does it have to be the big one? Wouldn't you want to keep the big one?
No, the old one gets sacrificed.
No.
People are getting closer to that which we fear. Since they will not listen or respect our existence, they cannot help but believe our powers when they see their own dead walking round again, brought about by our advancement in such things. As soon as you have enough of the dead recruits, march them on the capitals of the earth. Let nothing stand in your way. Their own dead will be used to make them accept our existence and believe in that fact.
So the aliens are going to conquer the world just so that we believe that they exist? Cool.
Ruler with the name Bunny and perfectly.
Mr. Miss Strand, this is Colonel Edwards from Washington, D.C.
Good evening, Colonel.
Hello, Colonel. Colonel would like to ask you a few questions. Questions? What about, Colonel?
May I sit down?
Oh, I'm sorry. Please do.
I want to ask you about your strange experience the other night when you saw the flying saucer.
That saucer's coming in hot.
Very stable.
Such a sight again.
Buy Coca-Cola.
To your description, I don't think I'd want to see it either. One thing more. After you were forced to the ground by that blast of wind, was it a hot or cold blast?
It's kind of hard to explain. Wasn't hot, wasn't cold. It was just a terrific force. We couldn't get off the ground.
Temperature neutral.
It was lukewarm, you know?
We could only feel the pressure of the wind
You ever
until it was gone.
washed your hands? What about that temperature?
We could see a glowing ball disappearing off in the distance.
This movie is just full of trans women, huh? I mean, you gotta imagine that's who Edward would have been hanging out with, you know?
Yeah, makes sense.
Hey, there's that scene again.
Fantastic story I've ever heard.
And every word of it's true, too.
That's the fantastic part of it. Colonel, we found a lot
Alright,
of
let me drink
suspicious things out in that cemetery.
Pepsi Max.
Then again,
Pepsi Maxing.
find anything to base a fact or suspicion on. Hey,
I love girl pepper.
Is there anything?
Pepsi.
you see anything out there, Kelton?
Too dark, Lieutenant.
Nah, I'm in an empty room. I don't see shit.
Thinking awful bad.
I'm just on the sound stage. Like, what am I supposed to see here? Did you notice the fencing back there? That's painted. That's not wood. Oh, there he is. Oh, are you gonna get up and help? No? Okay.
No. I can't expect them to walk all the way over to the soundstage. What happened to the other guy?
He got karate chopped on either side of his neck.
Oh.
Skeleton.
The skeleton appears. No.
What do you make of that? She got me.
What the fuck just happened?
Look that way a minute ago. What about your man?
Oh, the excitement I forgot all about, Kelton.
I got a little excited there.
You know, he
Yeah,
looks like,
me too.
He looks like Jimmy Fallon. He's about as funny as Jimmy Fallon too.
Did you get it?
We got it.
Mario.
What was it? It didn't fall. I fired every bullet I had.
So did I. I don't know what it was or what happened. But unless that bag of bones over there can reassemble itself, it's out of the running now.
Colonel, I've
I've been out here so often, you think I've taken a lease on this place.
Not a long lease, I hope.
Oh, I see what you mean. But you know, I can't help but feel the answer's out here somewhere.
Is the girl safe?
Mrs. Trent, you better stay with the car.
Stay here alone? Not on your life.
Modern women.
Yeah, they've been that way all down through the ages, especially in a spot
Women.
like this.
Cal, yes,
True.
I'll stay with Mrs. Trent.
Oh, gender.
Stay close to the officer, honey.
I'd feel safer with you.
Now, the lieutenant knows best.
Oh, I don't like it, but I guess there isn't much I can do about it.
You have a gun?
No.
You know how to use one?
After 4 years in the Marine Corps?
Here.
Here's
No.
a pistol.
You think we'll need these?
You never tell. Let's get going.
Yeah, I trained for 4 years in the Marine Corps. He hands him a pistol. Well, I don't know how to use this. This is not a rifle.
Would expect to find out here.
Well, there's only one answer to that, Mr. Trent. We'll know when we find it. Inspector Clay's grave's right over here.
Is that the one you told me was broken into?
Bang.
Zero trigger discipline in this movie. Mommy? Mommy? Sorry? Mommy? Sorry? Mommy? I want to feed her a burger. That waste cannot be healthy.
Broken out instead of in.
I figured that, but that's impossible.
Just gotta uncinch the
I
corset.
wonder.
That's all.
Look, Colonel, some things just can't happen.
Yeah, well, after that apparition that was draped across Mr. Trent's patio, I would say we should keep our minds open to anything.
Look, Colonel.
Yeah, that's a point.
I've got to deal in facts. But
True and real.
I guess I'll have to go along with you. You know, I'll bet my badge right now. We haven't seen the last of those weirdies.
Those weirdies.
Oh my god, those weirdies.
You're going to let them find us?
It's the only way. These are the same men who have been so close so often. They must be halted before they can inform others about us.
But there were others in the car.
They'll be taken too.
But don't you want people to know?
Send the big one for
Was it the problem that
They want people to know, but they don't want them to know that they're doing things right there. They want them to know that they're doing things, but not right there.
God, man, these aliens suck at communication. They need couples therapy.
Time for go to bed.
I am big man. I walk towards camera.
You know, maybe we're barking up the wrong tree. One thing a policeman learns, Mr.
whoop.
Trent, is patience.
Where's that burn spot you mentioned?
Right over there. Look. We'll investigate, but move carefully.
Ah, yes, white people in a horror movie.
Smack.
Gungo smack. Gungo open door. Okay.
A moment or two more, and you will be the first live Earth people ever to enter a celestial ship.
Wow. Boy, how can anything that big hide for so long a time?
Why does it have a
Never
corner?
heard metal sound like that before. What do you see? Only my reflection. Must be some kind of one-way glass.
I wonder how you get into this thing.
I'm not sure I want to find out.
They're just outside. You can open the outer hatch now.
Look out! You going in that thing?
That's what we're here for.
I don't know. The way these things speed around, we might just get in there and off it goes.
That's a chance we take.
Well, I took a chance on those earlier airplanes. Might just as well see what the inside of one of these looks like. Got your guns ready? I'll tell you one thing. If
Pow!
the green man pops out at me, I'm shooting first and asking questions later.
You right in the head. Pow.
We're in the outer chamber now.
Look at his little chicken legs.
Heroes, do we have to?
Kind of Twinkie, not gonna lie.
He needs a better haircut, though.
He does.
Well, wouldn't it be better to kill a few now than, with their meddling, permit them to destroy the entire universe?
You're always right, Arrows.
Of course. But those are not my words. Those
Why
are
is
the
his name
words of
Eros?
Because he's things I'm not allowed to say on Twitch.
We will do as you command. For the moment.
No for the moment about it. You just do as I tell you.
You do not need guns.
Maybe we think we do.
They would be of no use to you now.
They've been mighty useful before on Flesh and Blood. And you two look like you've got a lot of both.
They called them fat.
They would be effective upon us. If you were to have the opportunity to use them.
Mister, if you don't get away from that control board, I'll show you just how effective they can be.
Shall we talk now or wait? Your friends will be here shortly.
What friend?
Those you left at the vehicle.
If you've done anything to Paula...
Take it easy, Mr. Trent. Oh, I assure you no harm has come to her. Would you like to see?
Next time you try that, I won't aim at the board.
You're a headstrong young man. I was only going to turn on the televisor so you could see her movements.
What happened to they don't speak our language, by the way? Did we just forget that plot point?
The language computer thingamabob is doing it.
Sure. Solomon Grundy, born on a...
She's only fainted.
You fiend.
I? A fiend?
You ain't nothing but a fiend.
I? A fiend?
I am Steve.
We came only with friendly intention.
Me? A light fiend?
To ask your
Make Requiem? Requiem effect?
Hey, wait. Quick effect? Summon Lacrima?
But your governments are
Something graver?
even to accept our existence. Even though you've seen us, heard our messages, you still refuse to accept us.
Why is it so important that you want to contact the governments of our Earth?
Because of death. Because all you of Earth are idiots.
Now, you just hold on, Buster.
No, you hold on. First was your firecracker, a harmless explosive. Then your hand grenade. They began to kill your own people a few at a time. Then the bomb. Then a larger bomb. Many people are killed at one time. Then your scientists stumbled upon the atom bomb. Split the atom.
Dang, I wonder if this movie has any political messaging.
Actually explode the air itself. Now you can brings the total destruction of the entire universe served by our sun. The only explosion left is the solarite.
Why, there's no such thing.
Perhaps to you, but we've known it for centuries. Your scientists will stumble upon it as they have all the others. But the juvenile minds which you possess will not comprehend its strength until it's too late.
You're way above our heads.
The solomonite is a way to explode the actual particles of sunlight.
But that's impossible.
Even now, your scientists are working on a way to harness the sun's rays. The rays of sunlight are minute particles. Is it so far?
This is all true and real, by the way.
They cannot do as I have suggested?
Why, a particle of
Are they
sunlight
waves or
can be seen
particles?
measured.
Can you see or measure an atom? Yet you can explode one. A ray of sunlight is made up of many atoms.
So what if we do develop this solonite bomb? We'd be even a stronger nation than now.
Stronger. You see? You see? Your stupid minds. Stupid. Stupid.
That's all I'm taking from you.
Get back
Stupid.
here.
Stupid.
Let him finish.
Don't do that. She could just grab it.
It's because of men like you that all must be destroyed. Headstrong. Violent. No use of the mind God gave you.
God?
No, Discord stream, don't die now.
Also think it impossible that we too might think of God? You, who wear the uniform of your country. You see, I wear the uniform of my country. Yes, we've had to use drastic means to get to you, but you left us no alternative. When you have the solomonite, you have nothing. Nor does the universe.
You
This guy's
speak of
great.
Solar and night, but just what is it?
Very subtle cuts.
Take a can of your gasoline. Say, this can of gasoline
He's
is
putting
the
his
sun.
gun back away.
Now try to relaunch the stream or rejoin the stream.
Ball, representing the
Wow.
Earth. Now, the gasoline represents the sunlight, the sun particles. Here we saturate the ball with the gasoline, the sunlight. Then we put a flame to the ball. The flame will speedily travel around the Earth, back along the line of gasoline to the can, or the sun itself. It will explode this source and spread to every place that gasoline, our sunlight, touches. Explode the sunlight here, gentlemen. You explode the universe. Explode the sunlight here, and a chain reaction will occur direct to the sun itself and to all the planets that sunlight touches, to every planet in the universe. This is why you must be stopped. This is why any means must be used to stop you. In a friendly manner, or as it seems, you want it.
He's mad.
Mad? Is it mad that you destroy other people to save yourselves? You have done this. Is it mad that one country must destroy another to save themselves? You have also done this. How then is it mad that
Are you sure that's not how it works? This seems pretty sound to me.
That's enough!
Fuck you, woman.
How dare you, woman? Stop speaking.
Advancing the race, not for fighting man's battle. Life is not so expansive on my planet. We don't cling to it like you do. Our entire aim is for the development of our planet.
Goddamn femoids!
Get back in the kitchen and make a baby.
You're meant for breeding and not else! Well, I know several women who'd be into that, but...
Not with that guy.
Personal
You're all
choice.
alone. I asked for lots of help.
You sounded drunk or something on the radio.
I didn't see it with my own eyes. I'd never believe it.
Believe what?
It was horrible. And he almost broke my shoulder.
Look, what are you trying to say? If you don't make sense, we'll never get to the bottom of this. Now,
What are you trying to say, man?
Inspector Clay.
What?
It was Clay, all right. Only not like we remembered him. Well, his grave was busted into, wasn't it?
Next, you'll tell me you saw skeletons.
We did, earlier.
Now I know you're off your rocker.
All of us saw it. Lieutenant, the
Skeletons?
everybody.
Where's the lieutenant now?
In a graveyard? You're insane.
I was left here to guard her. But Clay showed up and put me out of the running. And the second time tonight, and I'm getting darn tired of it.
Which way were they going?
Off that way.
Come on.
How does he know? He was knocked unconscious.
You know, he's got intuition.
Most useful cop ever. Holy shit.
All of mine. All that out there. The stars, the planets.
The stars.
All just an empty
The planets. The planets.
You two had better come along with us.
Stars.
Come with you? Where?
The police station.
So it's
Joker moment.
You have the upper hand.
Well, Batman. I will show you who truly has the upper hand.
It must be cold out there.
How cold?
That cold.
Whoa.
But he would kill in seconds if I so choose.
Didn't you say you couldn't control them earlier?
Don't worry about it. It's a light source. I've never seen this in my life.
It's Clay.
He's just standing there, menacingly.
Trent, get your gun ready. From all I've seen
Andy,
tonight,
get your
guns
gun.
won't do any good. Clay is dead, and we buried him. How are we going to kill somebody that's already dead? Dead! And yet there he stands. That other one earlier, I emptied a full clip into
Me when
him.
I'm in Shakespeare in the Park.
That's the only reason I'm listening to you. Look, I've got an idea. Hurt him or not, we've got to try something. I'm going to sneak up behind him and whop him over the head. That ought to make a move. Follow me. Even when Clay was alive, he couldn't run fast enough to catch me. So when he does,
Batter
you
up.
grab Mrs. Trent and run like lightning in the opposite direction.
Run like
You
a
think it'll
line.
Oh, anything else to try?
She must be heavy. He's having trouble holding her. Okay, so guns don't affect the zombies, but being hit over the head with a large wooden club
I'll be
does.
all right.
Oh, she's awake again.
Take care of the others.
That was quick.
Your men have felled the big one. This could only happen because the electrode ray is off. He'll walk again when I turn it on.
Hold it. Right there. Suppose the lieutenant and the others are in that thing.
Well, supposing there are margins or something in there.
Come on, let's go.
Come on.
Come on.
Open up.
God damn it, SpongeBob.
Get that door open. Colonel, I wouldn't know one switch from another.
Just break all the machinery.
Hold on to him, Eros. I'll have the ship in the air in a minute.
Oh. Well, they did it for him. Why is no one stopping her? What is he doing? Just standing there.
Get out of here, Jeff. The ship's on fire.
It has a lot of corners, yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's the last we'll see.
Also got that futuristic metal, but it catches on fire all the same.
Look.
Have they caught that woman? That thing yet?
That's right. There's another ghoul running loose.
And it's my guess that she'll look like him. With the ship and the ray gun gone, they have no control. We gotta hand it to them, though. They're far ahead of us.
Yay!
My friend, you have seen this incident based on sworn testimony. Can you prove that it didn't happen? Perhaps on your way
I suppose I cannot.
someone will pass you in the dark, and you will never know it, for they will be from outer space. Many scientists believe that another world is watching us this moment. We go
Honestly,
back
he
to
predicted
Horse's
VTubers.
village.
That's true.
The airplane,
This is
the
true.
telephone, the electric light, vitamins, radio, and even television. And now
True, we
some of us
invented
back
vitamins. They weren't in nature before us.
True.
God help us in the future.
Your God can't save you now.
Filmed in Hollywood, USA, baby. Boom, 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 boom. And Criswell. Criswell as himself. The Reverend was a real Reverend. That's crazy. It's fucked up.
Can't do that. I thought like movies were against Christianity or something. I don't know.
Well, now we have seen all of that movie that there is to see. But I think we could still stand to learn a thing or two about a thing or two. So, let's check out... Oh... We should learn a thing or two about how you know when something is love. So let's watch the short, How Do You Know When It's Love?
How do you know?
How do you know it's love? I don't know. Let's find out. Oh shit, it's a person from UNC.
Whoa.
I love you, Nora. Do you love me?
Oh, I don't know, Jack.
You're the only girl I've dated in 2 months.
Oh,
Get along.
2 months?
2
Jesus.
months?
Get married already.
I think so, but I'll have to think about it.
Hello, dear.
Hello, Mom.
Have a nice time?
I'll say. Jack's awfully handsome and such a smooth dancer.
Why is she getting undressed? Without her mom enters.
I mean,
Me when my mom comes in. Oh, getting a little hot.
I've been in love several times before. I got so I could recognize the symptoms.
Several
Her nose is awesome.
And each time I thought I'd found my Prince Charming. Most people fall in love quite
It's a little
few
witchy.
times
We
in
love
their
it.
lives.
Well then,
Absolutely base.
how can you tell when you really
He's just like, oh, mom's here.
Well, I'll have to
Tuck
think
me in,
about
Mom.
that. Let's save it tomorrow, shall we?
All right.
Okay, have a good night, kiss mom.
Good night.
Good night, dear.
You didn't tuck me in.
Most people fall in love quite a few times. I wonder if Jack knows that.
That's so true. Polyamory
I
based.
haven't dated any girl but Nora in 2 months. We're really in love.
Uh-huh. And you were really in love with Betty and Mary and Dallas and I don't know who else. And there'll be others, I suppose.
Oh, no. That's over with. You know, Bob, Nora's the prettiest girl I've ever known. She's just as beautiful as...
Beautiful? And you think that's all that matters? Oh, hurry up and get in bed, will you?
Bob, did you feel this way when you fell in love with Jean?
Oh, look. I've felt that way lots of times. The trouble with you is, you don't seem to understand what love is really about. You young punks go to the movies a couple of times, do a little necking, and you think you're in love. I've never seen anything like it.
All I wanted to do was ask. You don't have to get sore about it, do you?
Oh, I'm sorry, Jack, but look at it this way. You just haven't been around enough to know what love really is. Believe me.
Oh, baby, don't hurt me.
They give you in the movies.
Well, I don't know, Bob.
That's right. You don't know. Maybe you would understand better if... Say, I've got an idea. How'd you like to double date with Jean and me tomorrow night?
Why, sure, Bob. That would be swell. Sure you wouldn't mind?
If we make
Bob,
one big
you
polycule, I
like
could teach you what love is.
Good night.
Good night.
I'll make love to you.
Oh, Jack, that sounds like loads of fun. See you tonight.
Uh-huh. Yeah. God, I hate him.
Guess what, Mother? Jack and I are going on a double date with Jack's brother Bob and his girlfriend. They're engaged and so much in love. Janie has the most beautiful diamond.
Oh, that's fine, dear. I've met Bob. I think he's awfully nice.
I do, too.
And speaking of love, weren't you and I going to talk about that today?
Yes,
Hello?
we were.
I've been thinking about your question, and, well...
Speaking of love, I know I'm your mom, but...
Snapshot? Well, what do they have to do with love?
Oh, I was just thinking that they might help you to understand how your capacity for love grows and develops just as you grow and develop. Here, look at this one.
Oh, Mother, did you have to keep that?
You know, in a way, you were in love even then. Every baby loves its parents for their care and protection.
Uh-huh.
Of course, some people expect that care and protection all their lives. They never grow up. But it is a kind of love. Now, compare that with this picture.
Oh, that's the boy who used to live next door. My, how he did love his teddy bear. Love?
That's right. That's a kind of love, too.
Uh-huh.
Possessiveness. A love for the things you own.
Some of us never get over being possessive when we're in love, do we?
You're beginning to understand. Now, here's a snap that shows how we learn to return love by doing things for others.
Do your chores or you don't love
what
me.
about love of our friends?
It's true.
Is that a stage of love?
Yes, I think it is. Here, look at this.
Why, that's Betty and Ellen and Ann. I took that picture with my first camera. Oh, I know. There was a time when I wouldn't look at anyone but my special friend.
Uh-huh.
That was a stage of love.
Yo.
And boys go through a similar stage.
Yuri,
when they
Yuri,
stick
Yuri, Yuri.
together in gangs and won't have anything to do with girls.
We soon changed that.
Now, let's see. Oh, do you remember this picture?
Oh.
The captain of the football team. That was 2 or 3 years ago. He never knew how much I loved him. I guess he never knew I existed at all.
Well, we all go through crushes like that on teachers or sports stars or movie stars.
Teachers
Why
being your
does she have
first
a random
example.
picture of his... First of all, yes. Secondly, why does she have the picture of a random guy she had a crush on around?
Because she took it herself, I guess.
Remember how important it
Weird.
was at the time?
Concerning. Looking into
And
it.
it really was important as a part of learning
Many
how to
such
love
cases.
and be loved.
I think I can tell puppy love. Oh, look. There's the couple who met at camp last summer. I certainly caught them.
Yes. And that's
What a jerk.
the stage where the physical side of love dominates. Sometimes this is mistaken for mature love, but there's a difference.
Mature love. That's a new way of thinking about it. How can you tell when love is mature?
Well, mature love is more...
Mature.
Mature love has something of the other kind of love in it and something more. tender, unselfish, cooperative.
When I get serious about somebody, Mom, I want to have that kind of love.
That's a good idea, dear. And if you aren't sure, you can always ask yourself some questions. Are we really interested in the same things? Do we feel at ease together? Are we proud of each other?
Do we have a
Do we agree on the
deep-seated
basic things
resentment
such as
of each
religion,
other?
Marriage, children, money, and so on?
Thanks, Mother. I know that'll help.
I hope
How
so.
many anime figures do we collect collectively?
Could I build Gunpla with this person?
Are we really interested in the same things? Do we feel at ease together? Are we proud of each other?
How many naked
Are we agreed
How
on
many naked
basic-
photos of him have you taken?
I wonder. I'm going to watch Bob and Jean, see if they have a mature love.
Oh hell yeah, we're out on the town, going to China restaurant. Or Chiam, I guess, actually. Siam, China? Siamese? What the fuck? Did he just say I've never seen a Chinese doorman before in my life?
I've never been here before. Oh, we're so glad you could come. This is one of our favorite spots.
Yes, we sort of found it together, you might say, and we come here quite often. Oh, the real Chinese dishes are over here.
Those are the authentic ones.
Oh, the season tickets for our concert series.
And guess what? You're going to have to sit through another concert by that young French pianist you didn't like.
You mean the same one we saw last season?
That's right. Maybe this year you'll agree with me that he has real talent.
Well, maybe, but only if he's improved.
Oh, Bob. Well, at least we'll have fun debating it.
Oh, Bob.
Do Bob and Jean have a mature love? Are they interested in the same things? I'll say they are. They seem to have so many things to talk about and do together.
Say, Nora, talking about music, have you heard the new recording of the Brahms Violin Concerto?
Well, no. I guess I never really learned to appreciate classical music.
Oh, okay. I guess our relationship is
Jack and I
doomed.
interested in the same thing. I wonder. Another question Mom asked. Do we feel at ease with each other?
You know, there's no telling what we'll get, but I'm willing to take a chance if you are.
Oh, that's the fun of it, Bob. What about some of this watercress salad?
That's a fine idea.
Bob and Jean certainly
Huh.
are at ease with each other.
I feel kind of not at ease with you,
But
Jean.
what about us?
Or whatever your name is. What's
Well,
your
I
name?
made up my mind. I'm going to have the leg of lamb.
Oh, well, I thought it would be fun to try a Chinese dish.
That's all right if you like that stuff. Me, I'll stick to the lamb.
Well, oh, come on, Laura. Take a chance with us on the lobster Cantonese. Oh, I'd like that.
Wait, I feel more at ease with them. Should I join their
don't always feel at
polycule?
ease with Jack.
That's
He's
what I was
so
gonna say.
unpredictable. I guess I am, too. We don't really know each other. And Mom talks about being proud of each other. I wonder if I could ever be as proud of Jack as Jean is of Bob. Not right here and now, maybe. But he does have his point. When he gets out on that ball diamond, anybody would be proud of him. But I wonder if we'd ever agree on basic things.
Jack, do you know who I saw today? I saw Bill Johnson and his wife. You know, they've got a fine pair of little kids. They dress them up like cowboys.
Kids are such fun. Don't you think so, Nora? Well, oh, here's the waiter with our soup. Children. Oh, we've never talked about things like that. Or
Oh.
religion, or marriage, or money.
Girl, you're like
Bob and Jean
15.
really understand each other. They do have a mature love.
I'm really glad the waiter didn't talk.
Yeah.
I was worried he was going to do an accent.
I was about to say, there was no way that would not have ended in racism.
I guess after seeing Bob and Jean, well, I think that love, a real mature love, is more than I'd imagined.
I guess so. On Bob and Jean, it looks all right. But
We're not ready for that kind of attachment, are we? We can still have a lot of fun, can't we?
Sure we can. Would you like? How about going roller skating next Friday night?
Oh, Jack, that's a wonderful idea. That's the kind of fun I like. What time?
About 8:15.
Oh, swell. I'll see you then, and thanks for this evening. Good night.
Good night.
Yeah, we should probably date for like another month or so. Before we get married,
We have
that is.
nothing in common. I can't stay being near you, but roller skating sounds fun. I'm down.
You know what? I feel like we didn't learn quite enough. So let's get one more short in. This one's from our good friends at Chevrolet.
Oh?
Sponsor of the show? Question mark?
Come on, Chevy. You know you want to.
That's
Don't
so
be
true.
transphobic if you don't. True love means not taking offense losing a game of Yu-Gi-Oh to them. Okay, I will never be able to be in love then. If someone beats me at Yu-Gi-Oh, they sacked me, they played a bullshit deck, I just fucking bricked. The game sucks anyway. Fuck you and your floodgates.
This song's a bop.
It kind of goes hard.
Cat. Bat. I don't know the lyrics, but I know the tune.
It's a ghost. The ghost of a house that once was new.
Oh.
But it hasn't always been like this. Once upon a time,
ghoul.
when the house was new, happy people lived
That
here. And the
skirt.
owner was proud
No.
of his house. Not a worry in the
It's
world.
too short.
This man's house was
That's
his
anime
castle.
short. Holy shit.
But a year or two passed, and then the trouble began. Just little things at first. A drawer that wouldn't close. A window that wouldn't open. And then greater faults. Things that took time and money. The owner could never permanently cure his house of these ailments.
He
They
should have
grew
rented
more
instead.
as time went on. Finally, he gave up. He realized the trouble was far below the surface, in the foundation under the house. Today, every man's automobile is his house on wheels, giving him a roof over his head, keeping him warm in winter.
Oh, fuck
cool in
off.
summer, besides moving him about.
Just live in your car instead.
There are haunted cars, just as there are haunted houses.
What?
One shock from an earthquake and the house falls to pieces. But your house on wheels must be built to withstand an earthquake every second, or oftener, when it's that kind of a road. Rolling
Oftener.
and bumping, twisting and turning. If a car does not have a good foundation, it soon becomes the haunt of ghosts. Body joints loosen up, bringing squeaks and rattles. Even the tires get more wear because the car weaves and won't hold the road. A car must have a strong foundation.
This
And
is
in
a
an
very
automobile,
strange framing
the foundation
device
is
for
the
this.
frame. Few people see the real foundations of their houses.
That's
and
a car.
few owners see the frames of their automobiles.
That's a car.
And there are many important engineering
This is not
developments in the
my
modern automobile frame,
beautiful house.
which aren't apparent when
On
you
wheels.
look at the car. Let's see what an automobile
This is not
frame
my
has
beautiful
to do,
wife.
and what kind
On
of
wheels.
a frame is required to do the job.
Wife on wheels, though?
This line
Based?
is the road,
What is this Rosario plus one?
and this is the body. Now let's look at it from another viewpoint.
Oh, I haven't thought about that show in ages.
The car is supported at four corners by the wheels. We must have a strong, rigid foundation to support the body over its entire length.
This guy sounds
So let's
like
take off
the
the body and
narrator
build
from
a foundation.
Plan 9.
Starting with these two pieces of steel, which we will call side members. Now we need something to keep the
Side
side members
members?
apart and something to hold them together. So we put in 2 more.
I've never met a
steel
guy with
pieces,
side members,
which
but
we
like...
call cross members. But how are we going to turn those front wheels?
Hey Lily, do you want to cross our members?
Enough room. Well,
Hey,
let's
yeah.
give them all the room they want. Let's
Hold up!
make the frame
Not
narrower
on
in front.
stream!
That's better. How about the rear end of the frame? We've got 1 cross member, but that's not enough.
Gotta have
To
2.
properly cross, you need
Support for
2.
the gas tank, but we need something stronger than that. Let's put in another one that makes the rear of the frame strong and rigid. And just to make sure that our foundation won't go together in the middle like this, let's put in another cross member right about here. Now we have a frame that you can't pull apart, that you can't push together. Pretty good job as far as we've gone.
Good job.
Hey there, that won't do. To
Whoa,
prevent this
it's
sort of
wiggling.
thing, let's put in some more steel girders like the letter Y. Now,
Oh.
any force applied here
Why?
will be transferred to the center of the frame. But
Leave.
we
I know
don't
this
want
is your
people
stream,
to
but
tell
get
them
out.
the center crosspiece too heavy. So, to help spread the strain, let's put in these members, like the letter K. Of course, we have to consider the engine.
I mean, if you
We're
say
going to
so,
support
okay.
the front of the engine here. So we'll have to
See,
have
now you're
another
doing
cross
it.
member here to support the rear of the
More
engine.
cross members.
Now we've
Yes,
designed a
please.
skeleton frame. But before we ride on it, we'll have to do some figuring.
This car has
And the
so
first
many
thing
members.
we want to know is what part of the frame is going
Can't
to get
believe
the
our
most
first time
severe
hanging
strain.
out, you already
Or, as
want to talk about
engineers would
crossing
say,
members with me.
where is the point of maximum stress? This is a piece of steel supported at each end.
Whoa.
We apply a weight at the center of this piece of steel. We let the steel bend up and down, and it doesn't break.
Hey,
Because the
yo!
strain is equalized throughout its length.
We're getting a bit saucy in here.
Suppose we fasten a steel box
This
over
feels
half
a
the length of the
bit
beam
pornographic.
and again apply the weight. Up and down it bends, but this time it breaks because while this end was
They
held
pushed it
rigid
too
by
hard
the
until
steel
it broke
box above it,
the member.
this point was
Uh-huh.
doing most of the bending. Right here at the edge of the box was the point of greatest strain.
The
As
edge,
engineer
huh?
would say, the stress was localized.
That
So it
box
is
was really
with an
edging the
automatic
member.
The point of
Oh,
greatest
I could go over some localized stress after all that member edging.
or body of the car. And on the frame, that point is here. The usual way of building this part
I
of the
love
frame
this just
would
picture
be
of
to
a
use only
hand.
one piece of steel. But in
It's so
this frame,
SpongeBob.
we're going to use 2 steel girders like this and tie them together with a heavy steel plate known as a gusset. This construction gives us rigid strength where we need it.
So do you have a gusset,
Another
Lily?
point of great stress is here. So here again, we add a heavy steel plate.
I'm calling my mom.
Extra strength. When we ride on the frame we have designed, we'll find that there is another point of heavy strain. Here in the hump, where we bent the side member up
Come
to get over
on.
the rear axle.
Too easy.
Yeah.
We'll give it a reinforcement too.
Humping with the side member? I mean, I guess at that point it's a threesome.
Knee action on the car we are building.
Yeah, I could get some action.
Car as rigid as possible. With knee action, we use this sturdy girder of steel to hold the wheel.
Oh,
It's time to add these brackets, called step hangers, which support the running boards. And now, look out for the rivets.
Ah!
Here they come.
Ah! Ah!
Not the rivets!
Jesus Christ, they keep coming.
219 tough steel rivets to hold our frame together. Cold
This is a
rivets,
riveting
too,
animation.
that won't shrink after they're in place. Now we have a strong, rigid foundation. With this YK frame, your car will stand up under the hardest usage for tens of thousands of miles. Strong, heavy side members for support. Sturdy cross members for rigidity.
You gotta have some
Center braces for
sturdy side members while crossing the. I fucking hell.
greatest strain. a good husky support for the engine.
You
and
can't
a
call it
strong
husky.
crosspiece to hold the knee action wheels. Such a frame gives rigid support to the whole car. Springs, steering gear, and
The
engine
whole
have a
wagon.
firm foundation. The body and every part of the car ride on a frame that is solid, strong, and safe. With such a foundation for your car, you can ride on good roads or bad roads or any kind of road.
Oh, I love a
Your
bad
car has a
road.
foundation to protect
I like
all
when it gets a
vital
bit
parts
bumpy.
from damaging
As long as we have a
shocks and
sturdy foundation.
Summers and winters may come and go, but such a house on
I'm gonna
wheels
get you banned on
will never
Twitch.
have to fear the creaks
I'm sorry.
and rattles of a haunted house.
That's a sturdy
Oh yeah,
mailbox.
you can leave me rattled. Gotta make sure there's a lot of ounce.
See the USA in your Chevrolet. All right. That's it from us, I think. Thank you so much
That
for
was-
joining us. And thank you, Lily, for
That
joining
was
me.
wonderful. I had a blast. Thank you so much for having me, chat. If you aren't following yet, follow Ian. I swear to God, I will find you. And if you have $5, hey, throw a sub or a Patreon membership. I know you're not chilling yourself, so I'm gonna do it for you. No, but seriously, Ian, absolutely lovely. Please support them. That's all.
Absolutely. Crabsolutely. And also, did I do that right? Is that the...
That is my alt account.
Oopsie.
You forgot the underscore. That
Where's-
does, however, just redirect to my main.
where's
And
the
not directly
underscore?
redirect.
Is it on between VTuber?
Here, there you go. I'm in chat.
There we go.
Thank you so much for inviting me on. It's genuinely been a blast. And once more, happy birthday.
Thank you.
I hope you've had a wonderful birthday week.
There we go.
And I am so glad I got to be a part of it.
Yeah. Thank you so much,
Whoa,
everyone,
that's
for
sweet.
coming by. Make sure to follow Lily, because Lily's a delight, as you've seen here today.
I'm the funniest when I'm on other people's streams. Honestly, just bully Ian into getting me on more often so I can actually be funny. Because when I stream by myself, I just kind of sit there and stare into the abyss.
Well, 3 Shots to Duel is back, so we could do 3 Shots to Duel.
I got a whole bottle of Roku gin. I'm down to 3 shots into it.
Additionally, you can use this website here to find wherever I'm at, Blue Sky, YouTube, Patreon, all those places. Let's find someone to raid.
May I suggest someone?
Sure.
My good friend Usabi Area, who you might remember from the wonderfully failed Progathon series, is doing a 36-hour marathon stream with her new model, and I think she would greatly appreciate the support.
Well, then, yeah, perfect.
Wonderful.
Good opportunity. All right, that's what we're going to do. We're going to raid over to Usabi Area. When you get over there, be kind and courteous. That's all I ask of you. And with that said, be kind to yourselves, be kind to others, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye, everyone.
Have a lovely day, chat. Bye.